The first step in our fiberglass or silk application is going to be to prep the nail, which we've done. And then I'm going to apply the tip using our resin as demonstrated before. So I'm going to apply a small tip of resin onto the nail. I'm going to have already pre-sized my tips, so I'm going to take the tip and place it onto the nail and bonding it side to side, making sure that the little smile lines are completely attached to the nail. Once that has been done, I'm going to take my clippers and I am going to cut from one side after I determine the length for my customer. I'm going to cut one side, come into the opposite side, meeting almost to the center, give the tip a quick little twist and it's off. The next thing I'm going to do is to pre-shape my nail. I'm going to come in with my emery board on the side and I want to file that sidewall into where it blends naturally with their natural nail growth. This will eliminate additional filing later on and give us a nice clean nail. Make sure that you file your free edge to the shape your client desires. For this demonstration, I'm going to be doing a square edge. Once your shape is in, you want to come up underneath the nail and remove any possible fringe that you might have left over and remove all of that before we start our application. I'm going to take a manicure brush and remove any dust from the surface of the nail, making sure that all of my edges are clean and free of any pieces that might ruin the final shape of my nail. Once again, removing all of the dust. Now, the next step is a little bit of an option for you to choose. If your client is wearing an extension and you feel they need a little bit of additional strength, you can incorporate the silk or the fiberglass wrap with our flex wrap, as we've talked about previously. So in this case, I find that by using the flex wrap, what we can do is we can use the flex wrap also to bridge the stress area and to fill in the gap between the tip and the natural nail. So the first thing I'm going to do is take our flex wrap base and I'm going to apply that into that line of demarcation and move it up over the nail. I'm going to apply one coat of our crystal powder and I'm going to, using a scoop, I'm just going to come up underneath and we're going to apply that into the nail, making sure that the entire nail has been covered. Taking the flex wrap top, I'm going to blend this and it's going to chemically bond with the flex wrap powder and the base, creating a crystal clear product over that, and as you can see, it's going to completely fill the line between the two, making sure that I have no product onto the skin before I come in with my fiber. After you've applied the flex wrap product in and bridged the gap between the tip, as I said, that's a completely optional step. For those of you that desire, you can just apply a little bit of the resin in there and use your spray-on activator to cure that, blend it in, and then go into your fiber application. So at this point, I'm going to take my fiber, which is already pre-cut and pre-sized. I'm going to snap the back slightly just to break the paper away, and then I'm going to peel the paper away from the fiber. Now, you don't want to handle the fiber any more than you absolutely have to, so I'm holding on to the part that contains the paper, and I'm going to use my scissors to help me to control the fiber just a little bit to get it into place. Fiber acts almost like a magnet onto the nail, and if you don't do this, it'll just tend to lay itself wherever it wants to go. Then I'm going to use the edges of my scissors, and I'm just going to place that fiber down onto the nail and smoothing it out as best possible with that. Then taking your brush on resin, when I do this, I'm going to take a fairly large amount. I want a good bead of resin on the back side of my brush, and applying it as you would a polish. As you do, you'll see that this will completely saturate the fiber, making it transparent and invisible to the eye. Going all the way down to the free edge, making sure that that fiber is completely coated. Once you have done that, you're going to take your spray-on activator, your resin activator, and holding it, spraying it off to the distance to clear the air out of the line, then hold it about 6 to 8 inches away from your working area and give it a complete mist. Then you would go down and complete the remaining 9 fingers. By the time you come back, this will have completely cured and be ready for final shaping.